Late one night, a tired taxi driver looked down and saw it. A ring in the back seat. It sparkled so beautifully, he knew it had to be worth a lot of money. This is the story of a humble taxi driver named Samuel, and how one seemingly ordinary day turned into something truly extraordinary. Samuel was a man who knew the city like the back of his hand. He'd been driving his yellow cab for over 20 years, navigating the bustling streets day in and day out. He'd seen it all: the hurried businessmen, the excited tourists, the late-night revelers. He was a quiet observer of life, always with a kind smile and a listening ear for his passengers. He wasn't a wealthy man by any means. He lived in a small apartment, worked long hours, and sent most of his earnings to his family back in his home country. Life was a struggle, but Samuel never complained. He believed in hard work and kindness. One chilly autumn afternoon, a well-dressed woman flagged him down. She looked flustered, clutching a large designer handbag. She asked to be taken to the airport, and during the ride, she spoke animatedly on her phone about a big business deal she was about to close in Paris. Samuel, as always, drove smoothly and safely, just another fare on another day. He dropped her off at the international terminal, wished her a safe flight, and she paid in a hurry. Rushing off to catch her plane, Samuel continued his shift, picking up and dropping off passengers. It wasn't until much later that evening, as he was cleaning his cab before heading home, that he noticed something on the back seat. Tucked between the seat cushions was a small, elegant jewelry box. His heart skipped a beat. He opened it carefully, and his eyes widened. Inside, nestled on a velvet cushion, was a stunning diamond ring. It wasn't just any ring. It looked incredibly expensive, sparkling under the dim light of his cab. Panic set in for a moment. What should he do? He knew it must belong to the woman he took to the airport. He remembered how distracted she was. This ring was probably worth more than he earned in a whole year, maybe more. The temptation was there, a fleeting thought crossing his mind. This could change his life. He could pay off his debts, help his family more, maybe even buy a small house. Who would ever know? The woman was on a plane to Paris, probably assuming it was lost forever. But Samuel wasn't that kind of man. His conscience was stronger than any temptation. He knew the ring's owner must be heartbroken. He imagined her distress, the sentimental value it might hold. So, he made a decision. He ended his shift early and drove straight to the airport's lost and found. The office was about to close, but he managed to speak to an attendant. He described the passenger, the destination, and handed over the precious ring. The attendant took his details, thanked him for his honesty, and Samuel left, feeling a sense of peace. He had done the right thing. A week went by. Samuel had almost forgotten about the incident, back to his usual routine of navigating city traffic. One morning, he received a call from an unknown number. It was the woman from the airport. She had just returned from her trip, and had been contacted by the lost and found. She was ecstatic, almost in tears with relief. She explained that the ring was a family heirloom, her grandmother's engagement ring, and its sentimental value was immeasurable. She insisted on meeting Samuel to thank him in person. They met at a small cafe the next day. The woman, whose name was Eleanor, couldn't stop thanking him. She told him that she was so impressed by his integrity that she had told her story to her business partners. She was a venture capitalist, investing in promising new companies. She then looked Samuel straight in the eye and said something that nearly made him fall off his chair. she said. "Honesty and integrity like yours are rare and priceless. I want to reward you." Samuel expected a small cash reward, maybe a few $100s, which would have been a huge help. But Eleanor had something else in mind. She handed him an envelope. He opened it, his hands trembling slightly. Inside was a check. Samuel's eyes went wide. He read the amount, then read it again, thinking it was a mistake. The check was for $25,000. He was speechless. He tried to refuse, saying it was too much, that he was just doing the right thing. But Eleanor insisted. She told him, "This isn't just a reward, Samuel. It's an investment. An investment in goodness. I want you to use this to make your life a little easier, to help your family. People like you make the world a better place, and that deserves to be recognized." Samuel was overwhelmed with emotion. He couldn't believe that a simple act of honesty had led to this incredible blessing. But the story doesn't end there. Here's the part that will truly shock you. News of Samuel's good deed and Eleanor's generous reward got picked up by a local news station. The story went viral. People were touched by his integrity. The taxi company he worked for celebrated him as a hero, giving him a bonus and naming him Driver of the Year. Donations started pouring in from strangers who wanted to contribute to the honest taxi driver. A crowdfunding page was set up, and within a month, people from all over the world had donated over $100,000 to Samuel. It was an avalanche of kindness, all started by one honest act. Samuel was able to bring his entire family to live with him. He bought a comfortable house, secured his children's education, and even started a small foundation with the extra money to help other immigrant families in his community. He didn't quit his job, though. He loved being a taxi driver. He loved meeting people and hearing their stories. But now, he drove with a renewed sense of purpose. He often shared his own story with his passengers, not to brag, but to spread a simple message that kindness and honesty are never wasted. They are seeds that, when planted, can grow into a forest of blessings, often in the most unexpected ways. Samuel's life was completely transformed. Not just by the money, but by the overwhelming proof that goodness is contagious. His small, honest choice created a ripple effect that touched thousands of lives, reminding everyone that even in a big, bustling world, one person's integrity can make a monumental difference. So, my dears, what do we take away from Samuel's incredible journey? It's a powerful reminder that doing the right thing, even when no one is watching, has its own reward. You never know how your actions will ripple out into the world. You might not find a diamond ring in your back seat, but every day, we are faced with small choices between what is easy and what is right. Choose right. Choose kindness. You never know what kind of miracle you might set in motion. Thank you for listening to Mama Ruth's story today. I hope it brought a little light into your day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next story. And remember to always let your own light shine. Until next time, my darlings.